lion, I think.
You saw a little lion running with the cub, no bigger than the cub. That was Obi, this guy.
That's insane.
And he's whining just like kids whine when they're hungry. He lives in the house with us all winter and with the cubs. And when the weather got nice in the spring, we would bring him out for a few minutes every day. Until eventually by May, he was a full-time lion. Kurt, the big guy with the mane, was Oldie's size last year this time. Dirk just turned 2, and Naya, the young female, who came late last fall, is really tough by the boys. She'll be 2 in December. So this is our new young pride. The old lioness who's rumbling right now, Esther, is 20 years old. She was the youngest of the original pride of 9 that had been born here. There used to be 4 males and 5 females in there. They've all gone with age except Esther. We moved Esther into the seniors condo and she found these guys had too much energy. And she likes the fact that she can look at them, she can yell at them, but she has her own space, just like all of us seniors like. When I feed, I'm going to start with the lion. In order to make sure everybody in this group gets a piece, we let Dirk go inside. I feed those 2, and then I bring Dirk over here. They're putting on a good show tonight. It's the cooler weather. When we get to the end of this group of cats, I feed the small cat on the end of the barn, and then head over to the area where the cougar is. Yep, I must be just about 6, and here come the last people. Anybody any questions? All right, we'll get started.
Everyone is
You're going right with it. Which reminds me of Minnow. That old, pissy.
I know, but you can blame me.
No, they can't.
This is hungry. Got a water like old cats get.
Oh, she's getting most of my time on there.
Those little cats, the old fuzzy ones. Huh?
That's so great. You just pass it again. There you go. You just cut it.
They grew up in our house. But still.
Oh, she's doing shade. Oh my God.
Don't bring me home around me online.
Bring that over here.
That's for the old girl looking at.
She's like, finally.
You think that she would get first?
I know, she's older.
She's alone with her.
I suppose when they're babies it wouldn't be so bad, right? Mom! You're gonna have to leave after this, though.
Yep, that's okay.
She knows too, though. Look at her. She knows we're being
If there's any snow children that want to get in front of me, I can see over all your heads.
Poor Katie.
And you'll notice she's got that old lady losing muscle look, and she's also shedding, just like the old cat. Spotted jaguars on the corner right neck.
That was cool.
No, look at them, they're right there.
I want to see her. We're going to go feed another one.
We want to play together. Are we not playing together?
I'm coming, don't worry. Oh, I should have done brought your product in, eh? You never thought of that.
I can't wait for that.
And you notice how nice the spots show up? That's because they have two different shapes of hair. The black jaguar down at the other end is exactly the same kind of cat.
No, you can see.
You don't see the pattern so well, but it's still there. Tiger's next door.
I want to watch TV, buddy.
No, my cat's mean. How do you can see it?
Oh, yeah?
I'll take this up there.
Oh, wow.
Bubba, you get more white one.
I was getting a bit of it with tablet.
Oh, yeah, I did. Mia, come on, honey. Oh, there's a thief talking with the... Are you a turtle? Huh?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Huh?
We're in it for you. Come on.
What?
That's a very funny shaped turtle, wouldn't you say, Mom?
Their feet are more like dog feet than cat feet. They don't have the retractable claws like an ordinary cat does. These girls are older females. They came from Toronto Zoo, and this is their retirement home. Cheetahs can also purr, just like your house cat. Lions, tigers, jaguars, and leopards roar. Cheetahs can't roar, but their throat structure is the same as a house cat, so they can purr. I'm going to bring them their supper down at the other end. These guys get a little food in the morning because they were accustomed to that at Toronto. And I brought them some bones, nice meaty ribs, down here. Yeah.
I think the pug's excited too. Yeah, well, I got a part of a video. I'm taking a video right now. I don't think that's quite a turtle, would you say, Mom?
Adam's right. Which one is it? Oh, there it is.
Hey, why are you, Woody? They're yanking it and taking it away.
Hey, Zoe, are you coming down? Zoe. Zoe. I'll leave it right here for you. I think now Zoe is looking for a man in the horizon. That makes them forget about eating. Fury over here is dead.
Yeah. Oh, put on the shoulder. What?
Yeah, I'll get that.
Of all the cats found in the town, jaguars have the strongest jaws. That's how they get nutrition by eating everything, and that's how things eat Because he's all black, he's called a panther. But a panther can be a black jaguar like Fury is, a black leopard, or a black cougar. And Fury is an older brother to the spotted one. Same hair. Oh, really? Just the difference in hair color. He's 16, so he's in the old age bracket. And you'll notice how they have two on the side of their mouth. The teeth in the back are the ones that act like scissors. Those big teeth, you see, the canines, their only job is to grab and hold. They have nothing to do with eating. Anybody any questions so far? How old? He's 16.
Oh, very like you. You know, all me.
Straight back up in front of the cat toward the old barn. There are the carrots.
Black Panther. Black Panther. Oh.
Caracol.
Oh, that's a panther.
You need a little microphone.
I know, but it's a big crowd, it's really hard. You only need one child standing beside you talking, and you can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about Orville.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
We were admiring some of your other cats, your barn cats.
Aren't there a lot?
How many are there?
I think we have 17.
Because last year when we came, we usually come with you, one was pregnant.
2 years ago we had one that was pregnant that came in, and we got her spayed as soon as she had her kitten.
Did she have a lot of kittens?
She only had one kitten, but we had a neighbor who had a cat that had 3-week-old kittens, and the cat got hit on the road, so we gave those 3-week-old ones to her, and she raised them as well.
I like the one that's striped with calico spots on her, too.
Oh, that's Fushka.
And then you got, I don't have names.
That's the one.
They've got names, your cat's names.
Oh, they're all named. And
what about the brindle one?
Which one? A lot of...
she's all brindle, like,
all over.
Yeah.
I call her Toad. She's really old, I think. She showed up about 2 years ago. She just happened in.
Happened in. Toast just happened in, Mom. Pushka. It must be an Indian cat. I didn't know they had names. I didn't know it. What was that? I thought they were just, stray cats. One in the back was going to ask what name that was. You'll have to ask when we go out. Probably still in that basket. Get to go see Kara. Some of our names are nice and some of them are very uncreative. I know. Like Caramel. Your camel. And Kara the cook. There's a pug.
Yes?
Oh, we still eating? He's calling it his paws with that cat. His name's Zer. It's no supper here. Well, they get fed once a day because that's what they'd be doing in the wild, right? These boys here. Oh, Mom, have you watched? Yow! Not gonna do it. Oh, there's Kara.
The Peters we did the baby in the morning. Today, I've related to the Canadian lynx. The Canadian lynx is a much thicker, stockier type of cat. And you'll notice those really neat pointy ears. Caracals use those points to communicate with one another in the tall grass in Africa. So they would use their ears like we use our arms. The gibbons next door are going to get a cracker treat. They eat food all day long. It's put inside, and where that blanket hangs, they go in and out. She's had a lump there for about 3.5 years, and we're but it does. From a dead horse. Now, family.
If there's another one hiding, their ears are what helps them let them know where they are.
That's right. This is Sue the mom. Sue is over 30. She's been here since she was 2. This is Sandra the dad. Dad's like 2 crackers, that one. And Bobby the baby is a year old. Oops, I guess we'll have to hold his.
No, she's eating it.
I'm over here for his mom's arm over. Yep. And somewhere is another.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Gideon. Come on down. This is Gideon. Gideon is the coming 4-year-old. He'll be 4 in November. And he's the brother. It's about 2.5 years between young. They only have a single. And gibbons are the only members of the ape family that live in couples and stay in couples. Unlike chimps and gorillas and some people. Now, if this one dog, if that one went out, would she be upset? Like would she despise me? No, she would be very lonely. But if they were in the wild and one of the mates died, and there happened to be another, they would make another couple. But as long as the couple's alive,
they'll stay together forever.
Yep. Now, I'm getting down now. Did you see all this stuff again? Or is that all they get? No, the cats are just dead once a day, except the cheetahs get a little bit of meat in the morning. But they only get fed once a day. Yeah.
When was the baby born?
July the 19th last year.
My friend Harvey's birthday is July on Canada Day.
Well, there you go. We'll get your question in a minute. I'm going to give a cracker to the little macaque down here. She can't wait any longer. Lily.
He's inside me, Mom.
You notice? I think it's bedtime.
That's the rat. That's the rat. She wanted her cracker.
Tiny
Inside the barn.
Baby boy. Look at his tail, Mom.
Jasper the cougar. Jasper was born at Upper Clemens Wildlife Park almost 11 years ago now.
Yeah, if you ran into one in the woods, fine.
He's got a hunk of horse meat. Yeah, well, he looks like he's hungry. He knows that he might eat his supper.
I love his tail.
Now, take a look at his long tail. That's how you can always distinguish between a cougar and a bobcat or lynx. Bobcat and lynx just have those little short tails. So even a young cougar would have that long tail. Anybody ever seen a cougar in the wild? No. You have where?
Canmore down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they're fairly common there, aren't they? Yeah. There's a little creature right here waiting for a treat.
Mommy!
There This is Nicky. Who knows what kind of creature Nicky is? Yes.
Good for you.
Now, Nicky's going to get a dead little chick for a treat. Now, before you feel all sad, we pick up the dead chicks at the hatchery. So these are ones that weren't strong enough to make it. So they would just be thrown out. And it's great feed for things like the meerkat, the owls, small cats. She is. She says, give me that chick. In Africa, in the wild, they would eat all kinds of small rodents, birds, vegetation, and bugs. They like crunching bugs. Around the corner is the Bengal leopard cat. And the Bengal leopard cat was serving us. Oh my God.
I was just thinking it looks like men.
Hey!
Looks like
You do that one more time and we're not going to stay here. Bring in the stand. Steve.
Who wants to leave? You see them? They look like meerkats, don't they? Yeah. One they look like cut out. One is jump. See, one just jumped.
That's Raindrop. She's a very old girl. And Bengal leopard cats are wild Asian cats. The other two boys in there, who look like house cats, are house cats. They're called Bengal cats. And the Bengal cat is developed by crossing Bengal leopard cats with domestic cats. Oh, hi, Jenga. You can't wait, can you? The reason we have the other two cats is because the families who owned them, in both cases, had a lifestyle change that the cats couldn't adjust to, or weren't happy. For example, Hunter, the guy on the rock, he wanted to be able to go outside, and the people lived in a place where there were no outside cats allowed. So they wanted him to go where he could go in and out at the cities and not have to follow rules. Just like this. And Raindrop, this little girl, is very happy to have them for company. Hunter's younger, our Maddie is older. And I think Raindrop told them they weren't allowed to eat or drink. They have to eat the dry cat chow and can't feed them inside. I'll tell you how you tell cat age in comparable human years, and those of you who are cat people will like to figure out how old your cat is.
That's good.
A vet came up with this. He said, count 24 for the first 2 years of your cat's life. Because at age 24, people are in their prime. So 24 for the first 2 years. 4 for every year after that. So that means the 3-year-old cat, which is 24, plus 4 is 28. 4-year-old cat, add another 4 to 28. 32, that's right. So 24 for the first 2 years and 4 for every year after that, and by the time a cat's in its mid-teens, it's a senior. So it makes sense. Now, Jenga the bobcat can hardly keep her. Jenga was born at Twin Valley Zoo in Ontario. Came here last fall. We had in their educational program and been with people, and he's really, really friendly. That's when I love this place. It's awesome. He's
wagging his tail.
swearing at me.
Did you see Raindrop waggle her tail when she was getting ready for...
Profanity. Take a look at his tail. What do you call that tail? The bobcat. Looks like a short ranger, but it has another name as well. Think of what kind of cat he is.
Bobcat?
Yeah. So it's a bobtail. And this is the kind of cat you would see in the wild here if somebody said, I saw a bobcat in the woods. That's what they're referring to. And by fall, he'll be getting a heavier coat, and a lot of people who've seen bobcat in the wild have seen bigger cats than what he is. How come bobcats have 6 feet?
For the snow.
That's right. They act like snowshoes. Anyone any questions?
How old did you say he was?
He's over a year.
Okay.
But he's still
got growing up to do.
He'll still grow some.
Yeah.
And he'll look much thicker by the time it's done.
Yeah.
Anytime if you're here earlier in the day and you want to come back to the latter part, you just make sure you have a camp where they can eat for the whole day. So sometimes people will come in the morning and then go to a restaurant or go shopping or camping or whatever and then come back.
Okay.
Once we're past Labor Day weekend, feeding will go to 5 because the days are getting shorter. Any other questions? Yes. Which one? These? That's the size they are.
The what?
We think of big cats, but in actual fact, there's way more species of small wild cats than there are large. I think there are something like 27 species of small wild cats.
When do Hunter and Armani get their food?
Oh, they can go in and out whenever they like. So the cat chow is inside, and they just...
How old's Raindrop?
How old?
Raindrop.
Raindrop?
Yeah.
He's in teens. I'd have to look it up. Raindrop came from Ontario, and she and her sister had been used to cross with domestic cats to produce Bengal cats. And we were asked to take them when the breeder wanted to retire them. They knew that if they came here, they would be looked after. Circle died about a year and a half ago, but Raindrop, she seems to be doing well. Circle had cancer. And she thinks the boys are lovely, but both boys are neutered.
What do you do in the winter with them?
With the cats?
Yeah.
They go in and out of their buildings as they please. So it's like a barn cat. Yeah. And the monkeys have heat in their barn. So they're basically in heated quarters, and anything that needs heat, like the Meerkat and the truckers, get moved into heated barns. There's heat in the end of the big barn, too. They're just sounding territory. They're like kids.
Now your bats this year, the population of bats has dwindled. Now the bats you got, see you have a few there, so...
Yeah, they're proof that. Yeah. But the wild bat population has that terrible white nose
syndrome.
Yeah. The animals like the ostrich and camels and zebras, we treat just like our cattle and horses. They go in the barns in box stalls, but we turn them out every day for a few hours, unless it's a big storm. And then capybara and agouti and all that stuff, they get moved into the barns as well. Yes. Well, I was talking to a couple of people who said they've seen some in the wild or some that were trapped that were fair size, like half again as big as him. But they tend to be smaller. A lot bigger than your house cat, but not as big as a cougar. You're welcome.
Last time we were here, there was a cougar nearby. Did you guys ever get that?
Oh, we've never got it back.
Really?
Well, I don't know what Mike did. Yeah. I don't even know, but I know he collected it.
Yeah.
Because he was, curious to know. But there are legitimate sightings of cougars. Yeah. I talked to one fellow who's a pilot, natural resources pilot, and he said he has seen them. And they just go like a street, and you know, but you can't put a picture. So they're the ones who say you have to have proof.
Yeah, I love that. Because we have
Oh, yes. Yeah.
all in,
Yeah. And I'm not sure if they're afraid that but a cougar, unless you're a small dog, a cougar sees you or knows you're about there. Oh, that's one of the young ones. Oh, there's a pair. Yeah, there's a pair of owls that nest across the road. Okay. And for years, probably 25, 30 years, or more than that. Oh, I have, at nighttime I take those little tricks and I put them on posts down in the woods. And the parents moved the youngsters into this wood, and they had 3 young this year, and the babies right at dark when I go down, you can hear them screaming and they hang around and the parents come and feed them. But the parents have reached the point now where they're trying to get those youngsters independent.
Yeah, we're sitting on a branch, and there's that red squirrel over there.
Oh yeah, watching the red squirrel.
So close, and I'm like, but he never did.
Yeah.
I should tell her that there's owls.
Yeah, one of the young ones seems to be hanging pretty close. The other two, I think, have gone deeper in the woods, but they've cut so much of the woods around that there's really, sneaking up on that wildlife. When they what? Yes. Oh, they're threatening you, saying get lost. Yeah.
Well, I said hi, but they didn't seem
Smokey the bear died last year, and we used to, you know how we used to give peppermint? Blueberry this spring would not eat sweet, so we didn't start it with her because